Manchester United versus Sunderland, Boxing Day fixture. David Moyes returning to Old Trafford since he got fired by Manchester United. God hope we beat this bloody Sunderland team, because it would be an absolute embarrassment if David Moyes come back and beat Manchester United. I really will be devastated. It is on paper a winnable fixture at Old Trafford, but Old Trafford hasn't really been the fortress I was hoping for this season at this moment in time. We've actually only lost the one game against Man City at home, when Manchester City were flying high, were playing really well, which was disappointing to lose that one, but that is the only game we've actually lost at home. The other games have been some really disappointing draws at home to Arsenal, which we should have won. Played a lot better than them. Burnley, we should have won that. There's been too many of these games where we've drawn them. West Ham, we should have won that. There's been too many at Old Trafford this season where we should have won in the league at home, but we haven't been losing. But on paper, we're playing better, a bit better now than we were then anyway. We were still playing well then, we just weren't getting the results that we really required. But I think there is a bit more about us now. Well, I mean, Zlatan's in good form now, which wasn't quite the case around some of them games. The likes of Burnley, he was off forming. He didn't play against Arsenal. So if he can continue his scoring boots, we will be in with a good shout of winning this next couple of games against Sunderland and Middlesbrough, which on paper are two winnable games. We've got to get the 6 points. This will be devastating. David Moyes will be laughing our heads off if he wins this game. Considering Manchester United fired him, he's going to be really up for it, wanting to get his own back on the Manchester United board for firing him. But we've got, well, I mean, Sunderland won last time out, but they only beat Watford at home. I mean, Watford have been up and down this season, so, and Sunderland before that lost to Swansea 3-0. So if that's anything to go by, Swansea are absolutely dog shit at this moment in time. So I think Manchester United have got to be absolute heavy favourites for this game. I wouldn't expect too many changes to the previous game against West Brom, to be honest, because he is now sorting to get his best team out there on the pitch. And you've seen with Chelsea, they've been absolutely flying high when they've put their full first 11 out that they know, that Conte knows is his best 11, or the 11 he trusts anyway, to go out there and win the football match. If you can get a consistent 11 or 9 or 10 players that play, that you know his first name's on the team sheet, you only have to change maybe 1 or 2 due to injury or suspension, or maybe a player dropping out of form here and there, then that's what you want. Ever Jose Mourinho has been, he's had a real consistent team, hasn't really changed it too much, and that's what you want really. It's really good when players know the other player in the other positions, they work on it in training, they play each game, they can really get a consistent game together amongst themselves, a real team game. So I wouldn't expect it to make too many changes. We'll obviously see David De Gea in goal. The defence, we may see Eric Bailly come back into the Manchester United squad. We're taught that he is actually fit enough to play now, so he'll probably be on the bench. I would expect it to be Jones and Rojo again. Valencia will play at right back, and then it'll probably be Darmin at left back. Then we're hearing that Mkhitaryan should be fit now. Whether he brings him straight back into the starting lineup, we will have to wait and see. Personally, I would go with him out wide. Jesse Lingard also performed very, very well in that last game. Still a very good, useful squad player for Manchester United. Never going to win a European Ballon d'Or award or be PFA Player of the Year or anything like that. But probably won't even ever get in the PFA Team of the Year. But he's a very good squad player for Manchester United. Very, very decent player to have running around the squad. I've said in the past I didn't think he was good enough. And he's proven me wrong. He's definitely a good squad player. He's fighting really hard to win a place in this Manchester United team. Maybe he can prove me wrong and stay in the team on a first team basis, but he played well in that last game against West Brom, so really he's got to start as well. Wayne Rooney will probably come out the team. Paul Pogba is probably going to be in there as well. Well, he most certainly should be in there, unless Jose Mourinho decides to start rotating the team around this busy period, but it should be Pogba, Carrick and Herrera in there again. We will have to wait and see if he does pick Mata or Rooney, but I wouldn't think so. I would think he'd go for the midfield 3. Then you've got them 2 out wide. Then you've got Zlatan up front. I wouldn't expect Rashford or Marshall to be in the starting lineup. They haven't offered enough lately. Anyway, they have been linked with loan moves away. Now, if Rashford isn't going to get much game time up front, possibly a loan move could do him good if he's going to pick other players ahead of him for the current rest of the season. But I would personally keep Rashford in and around the squad because there could definitely be some injuries. He doesn't seem to trust Martial at the moment. So, Christ, if Martial isn't playing, it is a real worry because he looked decent last season, but really does need to get a consistent run under his belt of games and hopefully get some consistency in his games, because that has been the problem for me. We'll have a good game and then won't have an effective game, which has been a problem. Had a good game against West Ham in the League Cup, then didn't have such an effective game the following week. You've got to get some consistency in your game. As a youngster, it is hard to get consistency, I admit that, but he's now 21. He should be starting to get some consistency in his game in order to keep his place in the starting lineup. Could that be a problem going ahead? I just don't know if Jose Mourinho trusts him. We will have to wait and see, but if he doesn't trust him, I hope he's not out the door in the summer, because he is a fantastic prospect still, even though I have criticised him in the past for his consistency. But Sunderland do pose some threats. I think only 3 players from Sunderland, though, have scored this season, but their main threat is going to come from Jermaine Defoe. They have got some old Manchester United players in their ranks. I don't think John O'Shea, I'm not sure if John O'Shea's been injured, but he's been at Sunderland since fucking, seems like forever now. Wes Brown has moved on, I believe. I don't know where Wes Brown went, or I think they released him. He's no longer there. They've got Adnan Januzaj, who can't play against Manchester United. Hasn't really got a consistent run of games lately since coming back from injury, which has been a problem. I don't think that Januzaj is going to make it at Manchester United anymore, unfortunately. They've got Donald Love and Paddy Manette in their ranks, but I don't think they're getting as much game time as they would have liked going to Sunderland. But I would expect Manchester United to win this. Obviously, Defoe's got to be that main goal threat up front. If he gets a chance, he can score. If they're going to stand any chance of staying up, then they will have to keep him past the January transfer window, which has been linked with a return to West Ham. If he goes to West Ham, they're almost certainly relegated for me, unless they can pull a rabbit out of the hat and bring someone in that's going to bang in maybe 7-8 league goals between now and the end of the season, which is very, very difficult if you get rid of Defoe, because his age is against him. But for West Ham, he could prove good in scoring them some goals if he was to go there till the end of the season. If he got sort of 5-6 goals, that would be fantastic for them. But for Sunderland, he would really, really be missed. As I say, I think only 3 players have scored for Sunderland all season, so that is absolutely dreadful from Sunderland. And Defoe last season kept him in the Premier League, and if you're not scoring goals, you're definitely going to go down. I'm afraid you've got to be scoring a significant amount of goals in this league to be high up, because the teams in this league aren't no mugs. Okay, the standard might not be what it was in 2008, 2009, where teams were getting to Champions League finals on a regular basis from England, but there's still some really strong teams in the Premier League, and the competition has got so much closer than it was. On any given day, a team can beat anyone. It's not like it was in the early 90s, where Manchester United would go away to Ipswich and win 8-1, 9-1. Teams like that Chelsea would beat in the early 2000s, sort of 2006, 2007s, would beat the likes of Aston Villa 8-0 and teams like that. It's not like that now. It's really hard to beat teams 7-8-0. I remember Tottenham a few years ago, back in 2007s, 8s, around that time, they beat Wigan 9-1. It just doesn't happen now. It's got so much tire, and these teams are really going to struggle if they sell their best players. So this game is by no means a given, as we've seen with the Burnley game, that was their first point of the season. But I'm going to go for a Manchester United win. I think we will get over the line in this game. We seem like we're starting to pick up points. Jose Mourinho has got his consistent team out there, and I think he is starting to turn this Manchester United team back into a fortress. I'm going to go for a Manchester United win. I'm going to go for 2-0. Make sure to like the video. Let me know your score predictions in the comments section below, and have yourself a fantastic Christmas day. Enjoy all the food, the beer, everything, and hopefully Manchester United will get the 3 points on Sunday. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.